The Staccato has started jamming. Range trip number 2 that started happening. So I want to talk through that and some other issues and just talk about the gun generally because I know you guys are very excited about it. So before we get too far along, let me describe what was going on. The gun started stovepiping after like 100 rounds today. I was shooting this 115 grain Blazer. Now I started the gun off with the hotter duty ammo, the 115 Blazer. It's not super soft, but it's soft-ish as factory ammo goes, and it's ammo that I have a lot sitting around, so I wanted to try it in the gun. And not a huge surprise to me, it did not like the soft ammo that much. It just started stovepiping, especially when I started like snapping the gun around in transitions. I was shooting on a single target to start with. Everything was functioning, and then the gun started not functioning. Um, I was able to replicate the malfunction with duty ammo. So what was going on is there just wasn't enough energy in the slide not enough energy to reliably cycle the gun, especially when I was pulling it off target. And like I said, I replicated it as well with the hotter ammo. I sprayed lube in the gun like an animal. I mean, I guess I didn't have enough lube in it, and it was wet. It's getting all over the mags and everything. And then the gun started running much better. So again, like this was not a surprise to me. I didn't expect the gun to work with the Blazer, like not without copious lube or a fresh spring or whatever. I just don't expect it to work super reliably with that ammo. Sure enough, it did not. Okay, so let's talk about well, some of the other findings. The gun, like it shoots nice, accurately. I'm enjoying shooting the gun and all that. There's a couple of things that I'm paying attention to as far as problems. Now, first, I don't really love the way the gun feels when it cycles in recoil because to my perception, it feels kind of slow. It's like this the spring is so soft, like just the feel of it. I know that it's not really like a real time thing. It just feels like the gun is slow to cycle. Now, after I sprayed lube in there, I liked the feel of the gun better because it felt like everything just happened faster and the sight was right back where I wanted it and settled. So I think moving forward, I'm going to be switching around the spring setup in this. It's a 7 pound spring. I've verified 7 pound from the factory, which sounds kind of crazy light. And just in testing it, yeah, it's not going to work reliably. I've ordered a spread of springs, so I'll go up in the spring rate to try to get the gun a little more reliable and less picky about the ammo. But it's not like that issue is going to go away. Like there'll be a balance point where I get the spring to where I want it, and the gun feels okay in recoil, and that'll be kind of where it lives. So that's the first issue. The second issue, and I saw a lot of questions about this on Instagram especially, was like, hey, how are you dealing with the thumb safety? Being new to 2011. So I've shot 1911s before a little bit in IDPA, and I shot limited guns with the same thumb safety setup, the Tanfolios. I shot those in limited. I'm not really new to a thumb safety. However, I have to be mindful as I'm out shooting drills with this gun that I have to hit my index point perfectly. So when I go for the grab on the gun, like my thumb has to be in the right spot. If I'm too low, it's hard to get the safety off, that kind of thing. It's just the nature of the beast. I have to be more accurate when I draw the gun as far as positioning my hand. And with more training, it won't annoy me that much. It's not a huge annoyance now. It's just a thing that's going on. Let's see what else. One big observation from shooting this, and this is not related to the gun directly, it's been this gear. Now, the ratchet belt from Double Alpha, these Double Alpha racer pouches, um, and the Dark Huron holster with the Baller Boss attachment. This belt system on this, for whatever reason, well, I think there's a few reasons, but this has been the best belt I've ever gotten. Like just out of the box, like I put everything together and it's like the mag pouches are holding their position, the retention on them is perfect, the holster is perfect, the magnet's okay, the belt is perfect, ratchets up really nice. I'm having a great time with the gear. It's it's just like I don't know for whatever reason it's all perfect, and usually it's not. Usually you're like filing on stuff or fucking around with stuff to get it to work exactly the way you want. That has not been my experience with this belt. Um, Another thing I should talk about, shooting this gun, I said, hey, I think if I dedicate a couple weeks to the gun, I'll be shooting really fast drill times right away, like the fastest times I ever have. After shooting today, I was watching and was like, yeah, I feel like that's going to end up being true, especially when I get the gun to where it feels like it's cycling really aggressively. As I'm shooting now, I'm shooting very fast drill times for me. Like El Pres, I was shooting like 360, 370 today, repeat like time after time after time. And the gun felt kind of slow in my hands. Like I said, when it's feeling faster, I think the times will go like it'll be a couple tenths faster. I'll train on the, drawing, reloading the gun more. And I think those types of times will push down even further from like really good to like incredible. That's what I feel like is happening as far as the times. So with the gun so far, I'm guessing it's pretty much what I expected. Like it's an open gun dressed as a duty gun. I'm enjoying shooting it. It's just like if anything, the gun is so soft, like it does so much for you. It feels a little bit boring in a sense to shoot it a lot. Well, anyway, there it is. There's a report today, guys. I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun in the comments, and I'll be continuing to train with the gun. We'll see what happens.